Hello, you know how when you tell someone they look nice and what follows is a smile, especially when that one person took out his time or her time to look really good. What a good fashion sense does for you is that it just gives you the ingredients to win in a day. How? It improves your confidence and you're ready to face any challenges. And now, when I'm talking good fashion sense, it mustn't be expensive. I mean, styling up that very simple dress, making sure that it is clean and well ironed can boost your confidence for a day. We Nigerians are very fashionable people. Have you been to a wedding recently and see how these women turn out? The same fabric, the same colors, and you see different styles, different dimensions to the same fabric. That's how fashionable we are. And then on the national level, the fashion industry is a key player in the non-oil sector. It is an industry that can boost our economy. I mean, look at what it's doing currently. Worth over 2 billion. It's a big employer. So you can imagine, just imagine with me for a moment, that our textile industries are functioning properly or even working. Imagine what that would do for the nation's GDP, for the nation's economy. I will continually say that the fashion industry and the housing sector are two sectors that can take our economy from here to up there. They're economy boosters every day. Well, this weekend it's about the fashion industry, and it is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. My name is Patience Eloy Abba, and I am excited that you are here to keep our company. Thank you so much for yesterday. And as usual, I am here with the elegant, delectable Thelma Obaze. Thelma!
Hello, darling. You look amazing in green.
Thank you.
What a fantastic ensemble. Talking about fashion, this is a dynamic way to present yourself to the world today as a global brand on the Nigerian stage. Fantastic turnout. Dear Nigerians, wherever you are in the world, stand tall. We got it all. You know how we say don't dull. We don't say it just because we feel like talking. We say it because the Nigerian is just an amazing entrant on the continent and in the world. Anywhere we come out, anything we do, we add that extra. We've been told of the continent, we've been told in the world. When we're doing our fashion, we don't just follow trends. We own it such that that style is no longer dated. And by the time other countries on the globe want to take a peek and see how they can get it done, we're done with it and we're moving on to something else. We rule the world in terms of fashion because we're combining our creative men, our ingenuity, and that special Nigerianness that we add to everything in terms of color, in terms of style, in terms of branding, and it's just about who we are. There's a business arm to fashion. There's the local industry that is thriving in terms of accessories. We have our local shoes, our bags, our fabrics. When everything comes together, there's little doubt that Nigeria is a one-stop destination in terms of fashion in all its entirety. Join us today on the show as usual. Be a part. What's happening in your part of the country? You know how I always say make express and you now pay a bit extra. Have you been disappointed? What about the cost of putting together that amazing ensemble? Is it skyrocketing so much? Do you know that you can do your own sewing at home with just a little extra knowledge? All that and more on the show today. My name is Thelma. It's a Weekend Deal, An enchilada of the creatives have gathered for many years in our country to churn out amazing costumes. People have taken our garments abroad and they have been designers of all eyes. And it's unending. Even as yesterday, we had a chat with Obitares and Celestina talking about what's happening in Nigeria now. We'll talk again. This is like the phase 2 of our talk. And this time we include the Ashwebi culture, our local industries and what they are churning out in terms of accessories. We'll also talk about the global impact of the Nigerian fashion industry. And of course, there's the business arm. Francis, how are you doing today? Please share for us what you found.
Fashion in Nigeria is more than just a means of clothing. It is a vital part of the country's cultural expression, identity, and social life.
The fashion industry in Nigeria is very vibrant and is fast growing because we have talents in Nigeria. We have very creative fashion designers in Nigeria that are well sought after. But we have our strengths, we have our weaknesses too, and there are opportunities. So I think our strength is the talent that we have and our culture. We have a very rich culture, and the designers are able to get inspiration from different cultures, and so that gives our fashion this richness, because anything a Nigerian fashion designer does, it's a wow thing.
Fashion is a crucial element of Nigeria's culture and identity. It serves as a visual language through which individuals and communities express their cultural heritage. Each ethnic group in Nigeria has its own distinctive clothing styles for different occasions. Ankara fabric, also known as African wax print, is a cornerstone of Nigerian fashion. Originally produced in Indonesia and introduced to West Africa by Dutch traders in the 19th century, Ankara fabric was quickly embraced by Nigerians for its vibrant colors and bold patterns. One of the most notable cultural practices associated with Ankara fabric is Ashwebi. This Yoruba term, meaning family cloth, refers to the tradition of groups wearing matching outfits made from the same fabric for special occasions like weddings, funerals, and festivals.
We have own Ankara as if it is our own. It is not our own. It's an Indonesian thing. In fact, the name Ankara is the capital of where? Somewhere in Turkey or something. It's something we adopted. That's how strong we can be. Unfortunately, I wish Adire and Ashoke and other indigenous, fabrics is what we're actually talking about. But when you talk about the Ashoke thing has become a force. And you can even see Westerners, when they have a wedding that has something to do with it, you can see their excitement, get to wear things and kind of feel among us.
Nigerian designers have masterfully blended traditional designs with contemporary fashion, creating a unique and globally appealing style. This fusion celebrates cultural heritage while adapting to modern taste and trends.
Nigeria has, fused, even the Western styles with Ashoke at weddings now and all that. So it has influenced Nigeria in so many ways. Like the Western culture is actually what kind of almost destroy our own fashion. Because when the colonial people were here, they discouraged our own attires. I even heard that you could not wear an indigenous fabric or style to work. They were discouraged from using them. They were discouraged. They made them feel that, the adire or the whatever they're using is local, is primitive, and all that. And that kind of confused us up till today. Because when I see a banker, all decked up in his suit and sweating, I cannot understand it. The way I am dressed, nobody can tell me that I'm not corporate because I'm not wearing suits. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a corporate wear. So that's my problem with the way the Western fashion has affected us, to the point that we feel that if we're dressed in our own styles and our fabrics, it looks kind of substandard. We call it local. I tell people that local does not mean that it's substandard. It means that it is created where you are, your locality.
As Nigerian designers continue to push boundaries and explore new creative heights, the future of Nigerian fashion looks promising and set to make even greater impact on the global fashion landscape.
The music industry has done very well in Nigeria without the support and help of government. And I wish that the fashion industry can borrow a leaf from the music industry, because the music industry, somebody that has money can start a recording label, and the creative doesn't have to worry about, the money of how I'm going to do. The studio is there just for you. You're just going to concentrate on your creative aspect. If we have places like that, like investors like that, so that will invest in designers and say, okay, we have a place for you. You just think about your designs. We will market them for you. We will produce them for you. Just do your designs. I think it will go a long way in helping. There are so many people that I know, creative, talented designers, that today are not doing anything because they don't have machines.
Our focus on Weekend Deal today will be on Nigeria's fashion industry. Weekend Deal!
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is Weekend Deal, and it's all about the fashion industry. And of course, Francis just set a tone for our conversation. Did you see that Idoma attire? Oh my goodness. Idoma attire with let me not use that word again. I mean, we've got the swag. And that's what happens with all African attires, from the Igbo to the Yoruba to Hausa, everybody is Shekiri. Thelma, you're from Thelma's place. The attire is also very beautiful. I've seen Thelma in them before, and it was amazing. Okay, so we've said it on this program. We've been saying it here that the fashion industry has put Nigeria on the global stage. I mean, stars like Thelma suggested, royalty adorning our attire. How global is the fashion industry? Benny will tell us more.
Nigerian fashion and hairstyles have made a significant mark on the global stage, with international celebrities like Beyonce frequently seen in Ankara and other traditional Nigerian garments.
When it comes to Beyonce is promoting where she's coming from. She's promoting the song, and with the fashion, promotes the song, and with the song, promotes the fashion.
This trend highlights the global appeal and influence of Nigerian fashion, carrying strong economic and social implications. The global recognition of Nigerian fashion translates into substantial economic benefits for the country. Increased demand of Nigerian textiles and garments boosts exports and generates revenue for local designers and artisans. This surge in interest also promotes job creation within the fashion industry, while socially, the widespread acceptance of Nigerian fashion fosters cultural pride and strengthens national identity.
Through so many events, I've promoted it, and for the first time, a lot of people have left, US and different countries for the first time to visit Nigeria, to visit African nation, because they saw what Africa look like on someone's body. Combination of Ankara with some Western clothing, and not only just Ankara. They use batik now. They use even asioke to mix with, some of the designs out there. And these are gotten from Africa. If we are not serious and if we are not careful, it will be still taken away from us.
Pioneering designers such as Diola Sago, Duro Olowo, and Maki O have been instrumental in putting Nigeria on the global fashion map. Their work showcases the richness of Nigerian culture and craftsmanship, earning international acclaim. Influencers and fashion bloggers have also played a crucial role in promoting Nigerian fashion. They have used platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and TikTok to reach a widespread audience and generate global interest.
It's really promoted the designers around the world, most especially in African nations and other parts of the world. Like, it has given a leverage both the rich and poor to come in synergy to do some things in and outside this country. Because some of the invites today are got outside this country to come and do a fashion show in the United States, New York Fashion Runway, and different stuff both in Amsterdam through social media.
Additionally, competition from established fashion markets pose a constant challenge. The Nigerian fashion industry has immense potential for growth, innovation, and global expansion. Opportunities for collaboration with global brands, increased participation in international fashion weeks, and development of local manufacturing capabilities are avenues for future growth.
It's always an amazing feeling that I get when I say I'm a Nigerian. I'm proudly so from now till forever, because we're tenacious, focused, determined. Anything we take and say we want to do, we own it.
Oh, yeah.
And fashion in all its entirety is no different. What we cannot get from out, we started making it in, and we're now bigger brands than those we initially were getting some inspiration and motivation from. Today, we have our special guest in the studio as usual, fashion royalty. They are here to talk more about what we're discussing today, the creative man of the Nigerian. Please, let's meet, greet, and make very welcome to Weekend Deal today. Executive Director for Tizo Life Foundation and founder, African Hair Summit.
You're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you so much.
It's looking like this weekend is about the very beautiful fashionistas. Okay, joining her is another man who is holding his own. He's looking like he's just stepped out of the African GQ. I don't know if there's a magazine like that, but dude is looking dapper. And I'm talking about a fashion designer and CEO, the General's Clothing.
We welcome you, CEO, The General's Clothing, Samson Isaac. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine. Thank you so much.
You are looking.
Okay.
This is how Nigerian men should
The
look.
one I say is similar to African GQ. I know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You look very good. And
Thank you so
if
much.
this is an example of what you are building with your brand, I would say Nigeria, we owning it. Well done, well done. So Adama is here. Samson is also here. Patience is here and Thelma is here. We're ready to roll.
You're ready to roll.
Let me go to another direction that we began this convo yesterday and we explored some, different areas. And in the course of our show, I'm sure we'll talk about them again. But let me look at the business arm. The reason why you're looking so dapper, like Patience said earlier, is because you're doing something. You are filling the gap for many gentlemen in Nigeria, and perhaps you're going beyond already, but it's not just to make them look good, elegant, amazing. There's something they give you in return that is helping your business, to thrive. Tell us about being a businessman and a fashion designer. Tell us how you're blending both.
All right. First of all, you say being a businessman and also being a fashion designer. First, I would say being a fashion designer is a passion for me. I think I went into fashion, like I said, I do entertainment. So I went into fashion for just the love of it. I wanted to create something that is unique to me. That's the whole idea. I just want to make something that I'll wear, and when somebody sees me, like, okay, this is the guy that wears something like this. This is how he dresses. Okay, this is his signature. So this was the whole idea. But I think along the line, when you go to show, somebody will ask you, who made these clothes? And that pride, you come out like, I did. Like, okay, can you do for me? So the business started coming in. Okay, gradually, I think I started very low, because of friends and family. Sometimes some family doesn't even pay you. You just make the clothes, but you have the joy whenever they wear it. And they go out and they're like, that's my brother that did this stuff for me. And over time, I saw that, okay, fine. this is bringing a lot of attention, so let me give it more. Let me give it more attention also. So I went down to learn properly, learn from people who are already succeeding, and also stayed and work with them to learn the business. It's good to sew. It's also good to know how to sell because it's very important. So I got to know how to sell, how to recognize a very good fabric, and how to recognize a fake fabric also, because you have a lot of imitations in the market. So I got those experiences and then put them into work and started making some tips out of it so far.
And the tips obviously are quite lucrative.
Yes, I can see it. It's showing. Okay, so I'll come to Adana now. We do know, we have said it here also, that the fashion industry has a beautiful value chain. The material, the clothes themselves, the shoes, and hair is a big part of fashion. Your hair can make or mar a dress.
That's true.
And of course, and all that. So first, you're a promoter of African hair. How fashionable can the African hair be? Because like I said, some clothes can make or mar. And I must commend the fact that a lot of us are going back to Team Natural. So seeing you like this is a plus. You look beautiful. So how fashionable and how versatile can the African hair be to match our fashion sense?
Oh, wow. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you.
I'm loving the colors, everything here is giving.
Hey, NTA.
We're loving you.
I think it's making me feel like I should have covered my sunshade.
Yeah.
My steez needs to be,
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, thanks for the question, First of all, I'm going to start by saying God cannot make a mistake. To begin to ask if what God has made is good enough, it just shows how far we've gone backwards as a society.
Great.
Natural hair, African hair has evolved over time, from traditional practices to colonial history to contemporary trends and all of those types of things. And now we're in a situation where there's a bit of confusion, Some people embrace the natural hair movement and then they go to social media and they want to do something else. But natural hair, African hair is beautiful.
Okay.
From the coil patterns to the texture to the color, And I don't know how people rock African just wearing ashwebi and not rocking, for instance, a Koroba hairstyle or or a Shiku hairstyle. How do you disappoint the gods?
How do you not rock it?
How do you not do that?
How do you not do that?
How do you? I'm not saying it's wrong to wear, your nicely made African piece and, put on Brazilian hair, a different. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. Trust me, people can switch up their looks at any time.
Yeah.
But what I would say is at least 90% of the time, let's be African. I feel like that way people can appreciate us more and fall in love with our culture and embrace who we are, because we keep saying, we're discriminated when we go out or this and that. But how much of yourself have you accepted?
How
much of yourself have you fallen in love with?
Yes.
And why should I love you if you don't love yourself? If I see you struggling with a self-esteem problem, it's like, why I would automatically have a superior complex.
That's true.
That's natural.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
But you know that, like you said, some people switch, they have the natural hair, but oftentimes the way
have wigs.
look.
Yeah.
I suspect you never switch. Every time I see you, it's your hair glowing.
Someone says, I'm the same today, yesterday, and forever. But the thing is, you saw some of my pictures.
Yeah.
I tried, I rocked the Koroba hairstyle this year for the first time, and that was during my birthday shoot.
But
and
it
I
was
was
an amazing look.
Thank you so much. I wanted something African. I was like, I'm African, 100%, but I wanted to go into our tradition, our deep culture, our African hairstyles that, and I'm happy some of the things are back on the trend because, sometimes it takes one music artist to just remind us that this hairstyle is actually here. It's been celebrated, for instance, in the Yoruba communities for many years. We also have threading African threading, we have cornrows. That has signified so much. These hairstyles cannot go out of fashion. But
You're making our mouth water. I'm already identifying the hairstylist I'm going to make that.
Yeah.
I feel like
recommendations. Don't worry.
you can get the contact. But this week,
the next time next week when we come on air, it will be cut. See what she has recommended.
oh
we'll
my,
talk about
Exactly.
it.
I like your swag. I like Nigerian women. Please, let's join this revolution.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
But it doesn't hurt that you look amazing with your natural hair. It doesn't hurt at all. Not all of us have this
with the edges
look.
Her edges looking all good. I'm jealous.
I've done a lot to preserve my edges.
Okay.
We'll talk about
the question is, have you?
Okay.
Tell us. Who know?
Of course.
Perhaps we don't follow through.
No,
get
a
all
lot
the
of
secrets.
women, trust me, have destroyed, abused, raped,
their ages,
harassed their hair. When you disrespect something, it will leave you naturally. If you're with someone and you're constantly disrespecting the person, I mean, one day the person's like, she's not worth my time. She's not worth my presence.
Let me go and add my strands to Adana's hair.
How do we reconcile? How do we call them back?
We'll come back to this comfort. Yes, it's time to touch base with Ore and her team and what they've been focused on in the past weeks about the Ashwebi culture and hairstyles. Ore, make sure you show us some razzmatazz Nigerian hairstyles. Take it away.
The original idea of Ashwebi was for easy identification of family members during the landmark event. It was also meant to serve as a means of reinforcing social identity and solidarity. The custom is rooted in kinship, hence the word Ebi, which means family, an important aspect of Yoruba's social life since pre-colonial times in what is now southwest Nigeria.
As a matter of fact, the Ashobi helps to unify people, and it gives people a sense of belonging, because if every other person is wearing it and you're not wearing it, you look left out. The Ashobi originates from the Yoruba culture. Asho is clothes, Ibi is family. Those days, it is mostly the family members that usually, if they have a wedding or a funeral or whatever events they are celebrating, they tend to wear. Presently, the Ashobi has actually transcended above borders, and everywhere you see people wearing the Ashobi. Aside from unifying people and making them look in a special way, it's also serve as a form of support, because people tend to pay for those Ashobi. You can afford to buy this wrapper or whatever fabric they are using for the Ashobi. You can afford to buy it for 2,000 and you're getting it for 5,000. You're in a way supporting the bride. You're giving that money, but you're also getting something back in return, because you tend to go home with some gifts, some handbags, and some other gifts that will be given to you.
Another part of our culture that speaks volumes is our traditional hairstyles. In those days, our traditional hairstyles indicates one's age, affiliation, ethnicity, religion, and social status. Our traditional hairstyles and ever-gorgeous Ashobi culture illustrates the vibrant tapestry of Nigeria and its enduring influence on not just Nigerian fashion, but global fashion trends.
A rich tapestry, yes, indeed, we do have it. And before I went on to see what Ori has put together, thank you, everybody. That was beautiful. Then I was telling us how a whole lot of us have destroyed our hairs. It said we raped it, we destroyed it, and like a relationship or like someone, it went. So now we want a reconciliation. Like me, I'm humble enough to say I am actually really sorry. How does it come back? I'm sorry.
This is how it comes back.
Okay, that's how it comes back. I've started.
You have to acknowledge that you have done it wrong.
First of
all, because some ladies, the hair has receded, but they're still doing Ghana braids. When will your deliverance come?
Today, deliverance is starting now.
And you keep wondering, why is it that the man says hi today and he says bye tomorrow?
Deliverance has come.
Even the Bible says a woman's hair is her glory.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, true.
So you have to respect your hair. It's a crown. You know, and I love the way African hair grows. It grows upwards. It shows that it's a crown. You need to carry yourself the way your hair grows.
Indeed.
Respect. Before you comb it, you think twice. That's the amount of respect it demands. You can't just put in your comb and
start combing.
No. African hair was made to be cared for. It's very, very, it's made of royalty. You have to detangle, you have to moisturize, you have to detangle, you have to hydrate. You have to pay attention.
Your eyes are lit.
Yes.
You are glowing as you in fact, I'm feeling you. African hair,
that's detangle.
Yes,
coming.
We are royals. We are royals. Yes. Do you agree, Samson, that we are royals?
I do agree that African women are the best in the whole of the world. Honestly, first of all, with our skin color, our hair texture, like she said, the hair texture is something that is unique. Absolutely. It's not something you can buy. I think you can buy Brazilian hair.
Yes,
you can buy Peruvian hair, but the African hair you can't sell it. Priceless.
You can't sell, you can't buy. It's a crown.
It's priceless. Yeah, there's a thing about the African hair. Like I say, we need to, like she said, we need to appreciate our own hair. See the way she's looking.
And we need to wait like the royalty. While we let this enter our bodies. While you are watching us, please let it dwell in you.
Yes.
Begin to move your body with that royalty from top to toe. Our second break beckons to be right back. Royalty. Nigeria. Wow. You see King and queens of the world. Woo. A break beckons. We can take it now.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is Weekend Deal, your favorite weekend show. And this weekend, it's all about the fashion industry. Now, we've said it, the fashion industry has a whole lot of accessories. We've talked about hair, we're going to talk about it, but there are other accessories like bags and shoes. Most times, people travel to buy these things. Are they locally made? We have nice shoes and bags made in Nigeria. NTA Kano will tell us about this.
In Kano, culture and tradition are paramount. Add to that skilled craftsmanship in making leatherworks, weaving and beads for weddings and traditional events. Kano is not left behind. Malam Musa Muhammad, a weaver of kufta dress for men, tells us more.
We put our mind to it. That is how we learn the work. People prepare style kufta. That is what we make mostly. We don't sell in the market. Tailors bring to us because they are the ones that deal with people.
Malam Abubakar Suleiman is a third-generation leather goods maker. He makes leather carpets, puffs, and the rest. He tells us how he learned this skill and where the business is.
I started this craft since when I was 5 years old. It is a skill in my family. I can say I am interested in it. I grew up and saw my grandparents and my parents doing it. And today, here I am. The ones with a lot of gold color, a lot of patterns and designs are liked by the people. We are patronized by royalty, government people, the rich, and the general public.
Beads are the final touch of dressing for neck, ears, hands, and the rest. Malam Mukhtar Shehu, a seller of these, educates us on where these beads are made and how accessible they are.
I sell beads like jigida and murjani. All of them are made here in Kano. I sell the jigida at 2,000 naira per neck, and the rubber murjani I sell a dozen at 3,000 naira. I have the old school beads called Samia. I sell one piece at 250 naira and 100 pieces at 15 to 16,000 naira. These items are traditional and people come from all over Nigeria to buy. All these are homemade and none are imported.
As is normal with life, there are challenges in everything. So also in these crafts businesses. These people tell us what their challenges are.
You go to the market and buy materials. When you go back to the market, the price will increase. This causes problem for us with our customers. Some of the problems are selling price. We make more from individual purchases. So we have to take to the market. And the market merchant does not buy at a high price. The price fluctuates.
In spite of challenges, it is the unanimous belief that government intervention will go a long way in promoting the crafts to international awareness. In the meantime, we enjoy our things as they are.
You know, different fashion designers, fashion entrepreneurs, fashion lovers have tried to find the appropriate words to talk about our fashion sense, our creativity, and our ingenuity. And I tell you, oftentimes, they end up admitting I'm at a loss for words because the whole enchilada is so rich. See where we're coming from, northern part of the country is so rich. The costume, the jewelry, the accessories, the time and effort and unique tapestry that weaves all three together. Wow, Nigeria indeed is a brand on its own. Well, our guests are here. We've been talking about our hair, our royalty, you know, and the prestige that our crown gives to us. Now, that prestige must be combined with something amazing, you know, and that's where Samson and others of his ilk will come in. Samson, now this hair. And you don't sew for women. See what you are missing. By the time they put that crown on your garments, do you know who will be talking? Who will be giving?
You're already giving.
We are giving in unique ways and styles.
Honestly, women are already giving. Women are giving 100% steez.
Oh, goodness.
Composure.
Steez on point.
If you see a real African woman who knows herself, you respect her from afar.
Yes,
so if she have a very good fashion sense, the moment she stepped into the studio, I gave her a look and I
she was already given.
She was given.
You could
covered.
You could feel
beautiful.
If this word is accepted, you could feel the Africanness.
That's what we are.
She brought it in, and you can see it's real.
Okay, but now Patience just brought something up now, modesty. And we talked about it yesterday, that this fashion people is a group of people that enjoy African fashion, but they're very reluctant to cover some vital parts of this dynamic thing that makes up this royal women. Can we speak to that? See Adana now. See her dress, she's covered, see the hair, you know, and you say she looks amazing. And we feel it, too.
That's true.
And the world is feeling it.
That's true.
There's another side now. They want to wear dress like this one. We see the slits from here to their waist. You know, how is that?
Why?
Tell us now, you, the opposite sex now, what do Nigerian men appreciate?
Okay, you know, when you say men, I think you can categorize men. Not everybody is a man. You have a lot of boys who are very old. So the age does not tell who a man is. But a real man who respects an African woman, I find it very offensive when a lady have too much opening, meaning exposing her body. I find it very offensive. In short, I cannot really go out, maybe go on a date with a lady that is not properly dressed. Maybe she's dressed. You see the way you're looking, Norma. You're looking very beautiful. Everywhere covered. I can feel the clothes. I can feel the adire already because I am appreciating it. You understand?
Indeed.
So I don't think men really want you looking exposed. We want you to be well covered. well cultured. This is what real men go for.
Okay, I like that you said real men.
Yeah, I'm very specific about
it.
it.
Men that would encourage their women to.
But do you know the twist here? That person is not ready to settle down with that particular person, or have a long-time business or relationship with that person. Maybe just for the while.
Show off. Let me show her off.
Show off.
Fun, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So there are some ladies that, if you don't compose yourself very well, some men will take you as dog. They play with you. But when you are well composed and you'll be taken very seriously. In short, we respect women. Let me tell you the word. I think we fear women.
You change the dynamism of the conversation when you are well packaged.
That's true.
That's amazing.
The thing is, for me as a lady, when I go for meetings and all of that, I don't want the attention on myself. I want it on my work.
What you bring to the table.
So it's very important how I carry myself in the corporate space, and I'm not. Maybe we're looking for different things.
Oh, yeah.
Because
But sometimes there's good and bad attention. Actually, it's our hope that more Nigerian women will come to fully understand who we represent and the brand that the Nigerian woman is, not just on the continent, but in the world.
Okay. So let me just again shift gears a bit. I want to talk a little bit about Asoebi. Asoebi bites hard. Asoebi is a culture that has come to stay. And sometimes they give you these fabrics and the prices are off the roof. And you know that you're not, the thing about Asoebi that we are many that they're going to wear the same thing.
Yes,
and you know that after that wedding, you might hardly not even wear it because most times, you know what I mean?
I never wear Asoebi.
I never wear it again. So and we spend so much, and it's a culture that's come to stay. I mean, talk about it. How do you feel? I don't know how people are surviving it. It's not easy. They give you these materials and they tell it 120, some 60, 80.
Do you think maybe the couple are trying to make money off this as well? Because sometimes the fabrics are not as expensive when you get to the market, right? So sometimes I just wonder, are they trying to make some money for their wedding? Am I reaching out to you and saying, this is how you're going to support me? By spending all this money on this Asoebi. So it's not about the fabric. It's like I'm making you
supporting
consciously
the
or unconsciously gift me something.
Support them.
I think
some people have said that they are not averse to supporting in that regard, but the degree of the support is what they question. Perhaps sometimes the fabric is 30,000 in the market, you come and sell it for 100, for 80. For 60.
Again, I think there's a culture, and I think it's a pandemic. It's a silent
fine.
pandemic.
Yes.
I really want to say that too.
It's a silent pandemic that is killing our people. You see, it's good to emulate what we see in the West and in all these other countries, but let's also be very cautious because some people are living very fake and unrealistic life.
Yeah.
True. You don't have to have an elaborate wedding if you can't afford it. And why spend so much on a wedding when there's a marriage in this economic climate that needs to be well catered for? Because we also understand what financial issues do to a lot of marriages. So why don't we begin to rethink the whole idea of getting married? And who exactly are you trying to impress? There's a wedding the next day that is going to top yours.
But let's look at the beautiful idea of the Asoebi itself. When you enter an event and you see people wearing the same colors, how does it make you feel? And you put these pieces together, sometimes some people just come to you, they bring 50 pieces on Saturday, and they want it in a week, 50 for these guys, and you want them to look good. How do you get it started? How do you wrap it up? Do you keep your word? Do you break your word? How much extra do you charge?
All right. When it comes to making clothes, timing is very important. It's of the essence. Now, you have a wedding to attend like next month. Why don't you bring your clothes today? So sometimes when people say tailors, I want to come from this angle and answer your question properly. So when people say tailor disappoint, I think most clients does not understand timing. You need something for next month. Come early. Give this person and tell the person you need it in 2 weeks. So you already put or mount a pressure on this particular tailor to produce your cloth on time. Now you need something for next month. You are bringing it a week. and you're telling this person, oh, I need this clothes in 3 days, most of the time you get disappointed. But on the other hand, that's why we do couture. We can make clothes under 24 hours, under 7 hours, because there are more hands. Right now, one person is cutting, another person is stitching. So, but with this kind of tailoring, you're going to pay more. You understand? You're going to pay more to achieve these products that you want. So if you're bringing a cloth and you need it the next day, definitely you're paying for extra. Because I'm going to spend extra time, spending the whole night just to fix this clothes. And it's beautiful when you see people come in one attire and making the events look colorful and bright. Yeah, so it's very beautiful to see.
Like the groomsman.
Okay, groomsman coming out. Okay, another thing I would say is you can say the color of, a lot of people might not obey it, but you can say the color of my wedding colors is yellow and green. And so everybody comes in that shade. When I go to my box, see what I have that is yellow, and see what I have that is green, or if it's green, and then I come. So if people can be true to people's events, respect people's events, it's colors. Because you tell people it's yellow, that day you see pink and black, and you see colors that will annoy you. Maybe that's why people, but if we are true to people's event, and say, okay, it's blue. Look for something blue, respect them, love them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but people come in colors that you be like, I said blue, why is she wearing yellow? And I know she has blue.
How do you? But you may not know if she has blue. If you don't have blue, make the extra effort to get it.
You can put a touch to it. For example, you can put a touch to a particular color. Like, I think there was a wedding I attended at Lagos of recent. I think they have a color. And I already made up my mind to wear black and black. Because I just made a design and I was going to MC that wedding. So I quickly made a cap.
That's
suits
nice.
their color. So you can give a touch. For ladies, you have ornaments you can wear
just
that shows that fine, I respect you. It's not. Somebody wrote color of the day. Please follow
the color of the day.
The best we can. We're learning so much today because there are this stubborn group of people. Once you say wear gold and green, they will just come in all black. Like something was planning. They will not find a way to let their plan suit the invitation that they got. But Yetunde has been doing some work still to enrich our conversation today, talking about the creative industry and fashion taking center stage. Yetunde, you know her now. Yetunde, when she puts her ensemble together, she's a designer and a broadcaster. Yetunde, let me see how you package this feature to showcase how your side hustle and your hobby can enrich our conversation. Yetunde Ankara, let's see this.
Welcome to the world of Ankara fashion in Nigeria, where tradition meets modern style. Ankara's journey in Nigeria began with the Dutch colonizers in the 19th century. From traditional attire to modern designs, Ankara has evolved, reflecting Nigerian culture and creativity. Ankara production in Nigeria involves skilled artisans, designers, and manufacturers, creating stunning fabrics that showcase Nigerian ingenuity. Ankara is used in everyday wear, from casual tops to elegant dresses and haute couture, with designers showcasing stunning creations on runways worldwide. Traditional style include agbada and kaftan for men, and iro and buba for women. Contemporary trends feature bold modern twists, blending traditional and modern elements. Fashion in Nigerian society reflects gender roles and identities, but contemporary fashion blurs these lines, embracing fluidity and self-expression. The rise of Afrocentric fashion celebrates African culture, pushing the boundaries and redefining fashion norms, creativity, and beauty.
Ankara to the world. The beautiful thing about Ankara is you can style it corporate, casual, red carpets, even weddings. I've seen a wedding Ankara dress. That's how versatile that fabric is. What do you think of Ankara? What's your thoughts? You love it.
Ankara is my everyday. In fact, I don't know what my life would be without it. You know, and honestly, I wear it and I feel like this is better than Gucci and
true.
You know, anything you want to chi.
You want to chi. Yes, you want to chi.
I mean, Africa is beautiful.
Honestly,
you can't walk in here and not notice. There has to be a touch of Africa.
Cool. The NTA studio. I wish they can show it to everybody.
To bring out the light.
Yes.
In anything, you need Africa. Yes.
Africa to the world.
You said something about you feel comfortable in this than Gucci.
I mean,
now I want to say something.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see some clothes, a piece of clothes on Zara or Gucci, it's very expensive. And when Nigerians patronize such clothing, but when it comes to our Ankara, and you're telling somebody, oh, Ankara is 15,000 naira, he's complaining that it's too expensive. The reason is because you've not added value to what you have. So when you add value to what you have, it's not really easy to make good stuff like this. So when you add value to what you have, this is our own. You can buy them well and be proud of wearing them. Instead of just wearing a socks from Zara, you're buying it for like $1,500.
So let me ask you a question.
We have some
Do
messages.
men, okay, sorry dear. Do men also rock Ankara the way women do? I want to take it from the men's perspective.
Okay.
The way we love Ankara as women. What are the men doing? Okay. And what colors are they wearing?
Okay. I think on this part, to be frank and truthful, I don't think men really wear Ankara as much as the lady does. So, but what we normally do is, when we are kind of mandated to wear Ankara, then we go for it. In the sense that, okay, like a Ashobi, for example. So we get to wear Ankara. Maybe family meeting, burial, we get to, or birthday parties, or however it is.
Ankara is so fun.
No, not because we don't appreciate. There's the way it looks on a lady is different from the way it looks on a man.
Are you thinking that maybe you guys can do a bit more fashionable stuff with Ankara?
We are doing. We are doing that.
Because I've seen some Ankara on men that was nicely
so amazing.
You're doing that.
It was just, I was like, wow, that's nice.
But the truth remains that as much as we try to do it, they still run back to fabrics like this.
That's where you have, but that's where you, as a
Yes.
fashion designer, have your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
There's an entire value chain. We can begin to look at ways to promote it extensively.
That's true.
Because look at how Adana has described our hair. She said it goes up. It's a crown already. The entire world is held spellbound.
That's true.
You better talk with her about coming to represent this Ankara for the man. With your finesse in designing and etiquette, and with the way she will bring out the different parameters and how to make the men look regal.
Them is going to another realm.
She's not here anymore. She's not here anymore.
Let's talk more. But let's hear what the world is saying about us today and what we're talking about.
Right.
They say there's honor in appearance. You look cheap and playful when you expose too much. When you're well covered, you look decent.
That's true.
You are worthy of respect and people take you seriously. But you didn't tell us who you are. Please tell us who you are and where in the world you are reaching us from today. Someone says, good morning, Alaba Moses. I'm from Ogun State. I always enjoy weekend deal. I would like for you to make some clothes for me. Perhaps I'll reach out to you very soon. Okay, my name is Dayo Adedayo. Adana's hair. Is that Nigerian hair? I respect women that keep their natural hair, just like Adana. Okay, someone say, good morning, happy Sunday to you all. Some tailors tell lies. Maybe that's where we have tailors and fashion designers. Fashion designers don't have time to lie. They will tell you we can do or
and
we
they
can't
give
do.
you pay and they deal.
Perhaps. And they say, what is the right thing for a tailor to do when they've spoiled your design? You give them the design, you send them even on WhatsApp, you give them a picture, you all agree, but when they spoil it, they will start changing the narrative. They'll be rewriting
what I ordered versus what I got.
off their phone.
I think you said something about a tailor and a fashion designer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you that I don't have casualties.
Yes.
Our sports clothes worth almost 300K. Over time.
Okay.
So when you make mistakes like this, first thing you do, reach out to this customer.
Yeah, professional.
That's the first thing you do. Reach out to this person. Oh, something went bad. Something went wrong. Then come with a proposal also. What am I going to do? Okay, so I already bought a new fabric to start the work. So you bring in 50%. The client understand. So highest, you might not even collect your balance. Just do the work because you need that person to come back next time.
Return customer.
You need that person to come back next time.
I hope the tailors are.
You've been watching it.
They should.
Because even tailors, tailors can grow to become fashion designers.
Exactly, that's what
it's all about owning up and taking responsibility. I love that about you, the generals.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's a case of what I ordered versus what I got. Some of the pictures I see on the internet, some of them I laugh, some of them make me cry because I don't understand the state of I don't understand the state of the mind of the person that did that. I mean, they sent you a picture. Be kind, and like Mr. Isaac just said, if you make a mistake, own up to it. We'll go on a short break. We are here. The conversation is still red hot. Don't go away.
Messages are coming in their numbers. Adana, you're looking pure Nigerian. This is your hair. More Nigerian women should wear their hair. So says Abdul.
Thank you, Abdul.
Someone says, Gladys from Kaduna State, I'm enjoying your program. It's time for church, oh. Meanwhile, Mr. Isaac, that's a nice outfit. And Adana, I love what you're wearing. Everyone, I wish you a great Sunday ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, hello, Weekend Deal. I love your program. I can't even talk about fashion designing today. I'm just watching and loving your program. So says Nora from Port Harcourt. She also says, keep it up. Okay, my name is Vera Ojo from Abuja. I like what Adana is wearing. And Mr. Samson is good. You say you're at Lugbe. I know that I can afford to patronize you. I'll be coming soon. Okay, Weekend Deal. I love your program. This Sunday, you are giving me joy. I got your number from the television screen, so I'm a part of your program, and I will continue to be a part of your program henceforth. My name is Reverend Alameze Uche Christopher. He tells us his church, but he says it's from Abba. Let me say, 3 messages came in saying it's Adana single. We're not here to help people tie the knots or to get people to joke, but we know what you're saying is you like what she's wearing and have talked about the African and Nigerian hairstyles. Okay, some people are asking, they say, I'm a young man, I'm a young woman, and I already sew in my home. I want to know how I can become a fashion guru. And I will not be charging my customers very high prices. I just want to add my own creative vision to the Nigerian creative industry. That one is gist. It's gist. Once you blow, you add.
I just from what he or she sent, I don't know the person. You cannot tell me you want to do couture or fashion design like properly, and you're not going to cost. Are you going to steal this stuff?
Oh yeah.
Because accessories to make these clothing are expensive. I won't tell. You are just seeing the outer parts. There are other things that are used to make these clothing.
To make it stand well.
To make it very good. Yeah. So they are expensive in the market, and you put so much time. Except you're just going to play. If you're going to put time and concentrate and make sure that the lines are well straight and the details are well arranged, you're definitely going to charge because you're spending like 6-7 hours sitting in one spot, sometimes using your hand needle to do some certain things.
But can we just focus instead on how young people who have fashion ideas can come into the industry?
All right. The fashion industry, I think somebody told me something one time when I already started. It was like, the sea is very big. Get your boat and come and fish. Now, if you have passion, first of all, don't come into tailoring because you're hungry. You won't do well.
Okay.
You won't really do well. You just come because you just want to make money. But when you come into tailoring because you, first of all, love fashion, you love clothing, you have respect for clothes, you go far. You do better than just every other tailors. So the passion is something you really need. Then go for classes, both online and real time. Learn. when you see someone that is far ahead of you, I know those who are ahead of me, and I respect them, and I go for them also. Respect these persons. They've done enough. First of all, I don't want to mention a particular name, but this person has done 25 years into fashion design.
In the industry.
Yeah, why don't you learn and see how this person, what are they doing together to get to this level? Because you need patience. The job can be frustrating sometimes. You just need your head to be there. You understand? You have to be ready for the business.
Do you think they should probably like enroll in like a fashion school?
Exactly what I'm saying. You keep going for classes. Go for
online and offline.
I wanted it to like be very specific.
To be very specific, go for fashion school, not just roadside tailoring.
Yes.
But you did say they could go and learn under somebody who's been there for quite like 2 decades.
Yes.
Like you did.
Yeah, so you could learn from people who are already doing well in this business.
So people can come to, somebody is not asking specifically, can I come and work? Can I come and learn under Samson?
Okay,
Are you tutoring young people?
what I do is that I think in a year I have a space where I teach 3 persons for free, and I also teach people and I also collect from them. Okay. Because when you don't pay for some certain things, you won't know the value.
Yeah, you know the value.
I discover most of the time when I tell people, oh, it's free class, just come, they don't take it serious. So that's when I started collecting money. At first, from my environment, I think at Gwagwalada, I'm going to mention that place. So there was a time when I came back from service, that was when I just started this tailoring.
From youth service?
Yeah, from youth service. So I saw some boys
Was it hunger or passion?
Passion, like I said. I said that before.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. I said that.
Youth corps is hunger.
Because sometimes a combination of both.
I was already doing MC. I think I work as a part-time staff for National Bureau of Statistics.
Okay.
So I was already working. But I have to drop every other thing I was doing to concentrate.
Because he loves Nigerian men, he wants to make them look nice.
Exactly.
But I have a question.
Please do.
You know, like in this economic climate, and you're saying don't join fashion for hunger, but for passion. Now, you know, if we're being honest, we know that's not going to work. Because a lot of people are hungry and are going to be thinking, how can I get into fashion?
But I think it's a combination.
You know, so
I was
going to say, what if hunger pushes them and they find their passion?
Okay.
As long as along the line you find passion in it.
I like that. You don't let the hunger.
You know, I think you mentioned on something that tailors and fashion designer. Most people go in there just because of what they want to make out of it. So that's when you see people collect. For example, now if I'm choked for the week, like I know when I'm
your
choked.
limit,
If you're telling me, oh Sam, come, I need something 2 days time, I know I'm not going to produce it because every other person needs that same clothing 2 days time. I just tell you, I cannot meet up.
It's better.
I'm very blunt about it. So, but you see other fashion designer, they'll be like, no, just collect.
Bring.
So they'll collect it and collect your money.
Take the
and at the end of the day, they will rush and spoil your clothing. And so they might not even meet up with them. Then somebody will not carry that mindset that all tailors can lie.
Your last words, let's start with Mr. Isaac.
All right. The best thing I want to say, if you have a passion for tailoring, start now.
Okay.
Start now. Look for a school, learn. And the best time to do it is now.
Now, yeah.
Don't wait.
Okay, so Adana, your closing.
My closing, yes. Embrace your natural beauty.
Okay.
Embrace the natural, God-given hair. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to break the bank for it. You sleep, you wake up, that's who you are. Love yourself. Our African culture is beautiful. And, and pass that on to the younger generation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so talking about the younger generation, I would say this. Last time I checked, fabrics don't grow. What you wear from the house, that short skirt you wear from the house, it's not going to grow when you get to where people are sitting there and you keep doing this. It's not going to grow. Trust me, it's going to remain short. And that dress that is exposing, and when you see people, it shows that it's uncomfortable. So if it's uncomfortable, it just tells you that you've missed your fashion sense. Because if you're in public and you're doing this consistently and doing this and hoping that it will grow, sister, it ain't growing nowhere. You're going to be short all day. So please wear what is comfortable. So when you're sitting with people, you're comfortable. Keep your fashion sense real. Again, comfortable. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Patience. I will just take 2 messages as time permits us 1 minute. Someone is talking about, like what Patience said, reiterating it, that the typical African woman, the Nigerian woman, her pride and her beauty is in her modesty, like you've exemplified in your studio today with Adana. It says that perhaps we can take this campaign beyond the talk, because when people listen with one ear and then the information goes out from the other ear and they continue to do as they used to. They say that, will the Ministry of Women Affairs be interested in aligning with a campaign such as this so that Nigerians know, yes, it's your right to dress how you like. But if you're not representing Nigeria in a good light, it's no longer your right. This is coming from Egbo Macaulay Dick in Omoku River State. There are many more messages, but we must rest it here at this time. We thank you. We thank you so very much for being a part of the show. Our guests will love you.
We love you. Thank you.
Samson and Adana. It's been great. It's been great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. God bless.
Bye.